Hello everybody, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening depending on where you are in this amazing world. My name is Donovan Jolly, and welcome everybody once again for another amazing video of DIY investing. As the market is selling off, I have a pattern that I wanted to share with you guys going all the way back to the last Bitcoin cycle, in which Bitcoin did exactly the same thing that we're seeing right now, and then followed back by having a 10x return that following a year. I wanted to share with you guys a couple really important charts that are going to map out why I'm really not too shaken up by anything that's happening in this sell-off, and why this sell-off is merely just a retest before we go into price discovery, which is where all of us make all of our money in this next cycle. This is something you don't want to miss out on because we have been waiting years for this exact moment. If you're new and just finding this channel, always remember to do me a favor by leaving a like, comment, and subscribing to this channel for more updates. Always remember to click that notification bell so you don't miss out on any new videos like the one provided for you here. And make sure you guys sign up and join the fastest growing and the very best Discord community of over 18,000 members and growing. To join and sign up, all you got to do is click inside the description of this video, and there you're going to find the invitation link to my Discord server. On the Discord server, I also offer my VIP products like the video course and Signal. So if you guys want to copy every trade that I take, follow my exact long-term portfolio, as well as get that private VIP videos that I only make for members of my Discord server, then make sure you stay all the way to the end of this video, because then I'm going to take a couple minutes to explain how you guys can get signed up, the pros of doing so, and what it's going to take to get you guys going today. One final thought before we jump into the video is to make sure to download my free ebook. This is for new guys getting into the market that just simply want to understand a little bit more of the ins and outs of being profitable inside of this market. It's something I wish I would have had, which is why I wanted to give it to you guys for free today. Links are provided for you in the description to download. And with all that being said, guys, let's jump right into this amazing video today. Alrighty guys, so we're going to be looking at a bunch of different charts today. Really, I just wanted to map out all of my thoughts and perspectives with what we're seeing here. A lot of people are really fearful. That's going to be expected anytime we have a sell-off. But to be quite honest, guys, we knew a sell-off was coming. You know, a lot of us have been watching for a sell-off for quite some time, considering how vertical price got with inside of Bitcoin. But, you know, we've always been watching for this sell-off. And so if you're caught with your pants around your ankles, you know, the only person that you can blame at this point is yourself, because I can truly say that virtually everybody has been warned. And if you haven't been warned, you probably should have been warning yourself anytime you see a price go this vertical with no pullback. You know, it's very much the way the market moves that we're going to see these pullbacks, especially if price is going this parabolic. And so, you know, guys, there's really no reason to be fearful. If you got liquidated on this sell-off, chances are that you aren't managing your risk and you're not managing your trade in the right way. You know, if you're down significantly, chances are you probably bought the top and you over-leveraged yourself at the top before a sell-off. And so there's all of these things that you really just have to ask yourself. You know, a lot of us, if you've been building a stable portfolio and you've been dollar cost averaging for a long time, you know, this dip really shouldn't affect you that much. Yeah, you know, the markets are going to be down. Your portfolio will be down dollar value wise. But at the end of the day, you know, this is what's going to happen time and time again. We were due for a correction, guys. We have not seen one. And so just don't be super shaken out by any of this. Let's actually talk quickly now about really where we're at. You know, what do we have left to go? Or was this the bottom? Or are we going to get another big drop? Let's talk about this stuff. Now, guys, one of the things I want to talk to you guys about is how extended we are from this all-time high, right? We had a very, very big push after this all-time high, and we're kind of just in, you know, no man's land and price discovery. And so these are the points of the cycle where, you know, we don't have a map or a blueprint to go off of to say, okay, here's our support level, here's our resistance level, you know, I'm going to buy this and go with that. You know, at this point, Bitcoin is literally in price discovery. So this is all we know of what Bitcoin's price has done so far. And so this comes to the point of the cycle where it becomes harder to try and predict what's going to happen. And at the end of the day, you don't want to try and predict anything. You just want to have a plan in place, which, you know, has been up to this point dollar cost average and then hold into this parabolic rise. And so now that we're in this parabolic rise, for me personally, am I buying more Bitcoin? No, I'm not. Am I buying more Ethereum? No, I'm not. Am I buying any more spot at all? No, I'm not. I'm strictly in long hold mode. Does that mean I'm done buying other trades and taking other trades? No, I'm going to take other trades, but I'm going to be using Bitcoin to actually do that, or maybe Ethereum to do that, right? And so I'm done completely buying spot at this time. And so with you guys getting in that maybe aren't done accumulating, want to buy more, whatever your, situation might be, The best thing to do at this point is, once again, just to wait for these corrections and then buy the corrections as you get them. 10%, 5 or 15%, 20%. The way I would kind of do it inside of the bear markets was, every 5%, I just set a new buy order and I just get filled every 5%, every 5%. And I just kind of do that and ladder into my positions. And that was the best way for me to be profitable. And so the same thing can be said this time around. Start at maybe a 10 or a 15% correction. It depends totally on your guys' risk tolerance. You could be buying at a 5% dip down. It really just depends. But at the end of the day, safe bet 20%. That's really what we're going to get time and time again. There's been a lot of 20% sell-offs throughout this entirety of the cycle. We're currently sitting at a sell-off of about, I would say, probably 30%. But yeah, so at 28% was the sell-off, which is very customary of what we saw in the last cycle. Now, guys, I'm not going to be the person that tries to compare this cycle to the last one of how we would pump, and then we'd have this little 30% pullback and how we did this the whole way up, because obviously speaking, this cycle is different than the last one. There's a lot of differences between the two. Yes, the time frames are the same, but the market structure itself is completely different. There's way more money in this cycle. There's a lot more scarcity with also more money flooding into the cycle. So the prices are getting more parabolic, right? And so the only thing that we can do during the sell-offs is just pick a number and buy. I don't know when the bottom is going to be. Your favorite trader doesn't know when the bottom is going to be. You don't know when the bottom is going to be. All of these people do is just analyze levels and then buy at those levels. If they're right, they're right. If they're wrong, they take a loss and move on to buy the next level. That's all we can do here, because nobody at the end of the day has this magical ball that's going to tell us into the future. And so that's personally what I'm seeing inside of Bitcoin. Guys, we kind of sold off. I wanted to see us hold support above this previous high. We did not do that. And so where we're at right now is within the previous consolidation here. Guys, we really want to see prices hold within this consolidation. We want to see a bounce out of this. Is that happening thus far? Honestly, I wanted to see a little bit more. We do have a nice bit of sell volume in here, which is customary, of capitulation. We do want to see a lot of volume coming in at the terminal end of that correction. And so, there is signs here that we could be seeing the reversal. In my opinion, there isn't enough confirmation as of yet, but we want to see, the prices starting to break out of here. For me, we have this resistance right here. That's coming at about 34,600. We want to see us break above this level. If we can get above this, then that's going to signal a terminal end of this correction before we actually get that new continuation, right? That's what we want to see. It is possible that we don't see that. We could consolidate here, and then we could just end up falling lower once again. If we don't hold support here and we end up going lower, I'm personally going to be targeting the all-time highs for Bitcoin. That's where I'm going to be watching for, anywhere from about 24,000 down to about 20K. That's where I would be watching for Bitcoin sell-off to end. And so right where we're at, we want to see Bitcoin hold. If we want to go into further continuation, we really want to see this support box hold right now. If it doesn't hold, we get some more weakness, then I would be expecting another leg lower. That's going to take us from 24 down to about 20K. Now, let's talk quickly about Ethereum here, because this is also another important chart that we want to cover. Now, with Ethereum, same type of stuff. With Ethereum, though, we didn't get into price discovery. We hit the all-time high and got rejected. And so I want to talk to you guys about really why I think that we saw a sell-off in Ethereum, and kind of explain my thoughts here. Now, inside of Ethereum, what you guys have to understand is there was a lot of people that bought the top of this cycle. As the prices were rallying, everything was going crazy. A lot of people bought the very top of this Ethereum cycle. Whether it was people with a lot of money or whether it was just retail investors, it doesn't matter. A lot of people bought the top of Ethereum, and they had to hold 3 years onto this loss, right? And so finally, with this impulse, these people that had held onto this loss, they were finally at break even. And so what do? They sell at a break even. They are done holding into the market. They are sick of holding onto this coin that just went down for so long. They're traumatized, and so they sell. And this is really, I think, why we're seeing this sell-off here. Now, it's the combination of people taking profits inside of Bitcoin and, the combination of Ethereum, specifically for Ethereum. I think that this was a lot of people taking profits from buying down in here. And then that combined with the people that bought the top were also selling. And so this is just kind of the combination of the two. That's why we're seeing this type of a sell-off. Now, this is what's to be expected here, because we had this resistance right here. And we'll make these red. We had that resistance right there, and we had this one right here. And these are the two levels that we broke out of and we never got a retest of. And so this sell-off here is us just retesting these levels. Is it possible that we end up just falling off and going lower here? Yes, it's very possible, guys. There's a lot of different potentials that we could be in for. And at the end of the day, I'm not sitting here trying to predict to you guys what price I think it's going to. And at the end of the day, I'm not sitting here just trying to predict prices. I'm just sharing with you guys that we've literally flipped a lot of resistance levels, and this is us just retesting those levels of support. And so there's no reason to be shaken out. This is what's to be expected when prices are breaking out and making higher highs. And so, we just got to see where the prices are going to stop at. Could we go down here to $800? This is a level that I was watching for. Yes, it is very possible, and it's something that I'm watching out for if support fails where we're at, which we'll dive into the shorter time frames, and we'll see this here. Honestly, this isn't the type of reactions that I'm wanting to see here. I'll be completely honest. I want to see a little bit more buying stepping in. That's just, for me, what I want to see. We do have a lot of sell volume coming in right here, which is customary of what you would see at the end of a correction. And so, we do have the signs that this could be the bottom. We don't really have quite at the same buyback that I would want to see. And so it's indecisive as of right now. $800 is going to be right here. And so we're really not even that far off from that $800 level. My guess is if we don't hold support where we're at right here, we would get one quick sell-off to hit this level, and it would get bought up pretty quickly. And then we would see something like this. That's really what I see playing out in the charts. It is possible support could hold here. It does look a little bit weak based off the price action. I do like the volume. But, this is just what I'm going to see. Regardless, I've always kind of believed that $800 was going to be that lowest point that we would hit. That's really what I kind of thought would happen. Now, if I'm proven wrong on all of these scenarios, I do see the potential that we could sell off down to about here at about 533. In this scenario, I think that Bitcoin would have to fall all the way back down to its all-time highs at 20,000. And, it would just have to be a really, really big sell-off. At that point, we might see some further news that came out, whether it was a lawsuit against Tether, whether it was some advancement in the XRP lawsuit, something along those lines. We could just see some news event that comes out that really caused the prices to cascade lower even then. But, that's going to be my absolute bearish scenario. I'm going to be watching for $800, and I'm really just watching for support to hold here. Going to play it ear by ear and just see what happens. Now, when we come over to the crypto altcoin total market cap, I think that this is actually a more encouraging chart that we should look at, because I think that this is actually a little bit better to look at than the price charts of Bitcoin or Ethereum. Now, with Ethereum, it's kind of the outlier of the altcoins, and with Bitcoin, it's the outlier of the entire market. Bitcoin will lead the market, and it will do its thing. Ethereum will outpace the altcoins, but it'll lag Bitcoin, right? And then the altcoins will usually lag behind Ethereum. And so in Ethereum, we came all the way to this all-time high, and we're just barely selling off from that. And so with Ethereum, we're kind of still in no man's land for the most part. We do have these levels here, but we haven't really hit $800, and we're kind of just in between all these levels. Whereas the total altcoin market cap, this is following a lot more symmetrical to what we wanted to see here. So it looks exactly the same as the Ethereum chart, right? Total altcoin market cap looks about the same as the Ethereum chart. The only difference here is the altcoin total market cap didn't go to the all-time highs, and it got rejected shortly, and now we're just retesting these two levels. And so these two levels in Ethereum, this is about the $800 level, but we're not retesting that on Ethereum's price. But with the total altcoin market cap, we are retesting that. So these two levels, these two resistance levels, we are retesting these as support. And so this is why I'm a little bit more bullish on Ethereum than I am bearish, is because the total altcoin market cap already looks like it's retesting that level, and there doesn't really need to be a whole lot more selling. If the total altcoin market cap does manage to sell back below this level, I would be expecting a retest of this trend line. We would sell off, and we do something like that before going up once again. This is what I would watch out for if we don't manage to hold this support. But until we get that breakdown, I'm going to continue to watch for continuation. I think that this support will hold, and then we'll get another impulse that's going to take us to that all-time high mark. That's just what I'm going to be watching out for personally, because I think that as we've deviated from this trend line, this is the point where we should start to actually go parabolic. I could be wrong here, but, once we break these resistance levels, this was us below this resistance right here. This was consolidation below our resistance. This was us breaking above this resistance here, these 2 points. And now this is us retesting those 2 points as support. And so I personally think that we're going to get continuation out of this. I believe this dip will get bought up and we will start venturing to the all-time highs, which is why I'm bullish on Ethereum, which is why I believe support will hold on both of those. So that's what I'm watching here. Now, let's talk about the most important aspect of this analysis here, and I saved the best for last for the people that actually care enough about my analysis to go through the end of the video. This one is for you guys because you are the people that are going to be the most informed here, and this is really what I wanted to share with you. At the end of the day, what we are seeing here playing out inside of the crypto total market cap is exactly the same type of stuff that we saw in Bitcoin in the last cycle. So here we had Bitcoin, right? Bitcoin peaks at about $1,150. Bitcoin has that bear market. We round out for 3 years until finally Bitcoin's price breaks out of the all-time highs. We sell off and we retest those all-time highs as support right here. And then we go into price discovery. And this is really what happened to Bitcoin shortly after that point. We had 1 year of the craziest uptrend in my entire life because I had never been a part of one, but it was very crazy, I'll tell you that. And now what we can see here now with the total crypto market cap is roughly the exact same type of stuff. Now, what you guys are going to notice here, if we go to the Bitcoin cycle, notice right here, Bitcoin bottoms, and then this is the first attempt that it had at this breakout, right? This was the first attempt at this all-time high. Now, we would have broken out of this all-time high in this move right here, and it would have looked a lot like what we're seeing today. The only difference here is the reason why we got this sell-off at the all-time high was because China literally came out and announced that they were banning Bitcoin, which is saw a 20 to 30% sell-off right here, which is why we actually got that pullback. And so this pullback would not exist if there wasn't for that FUD that came out. It would have looked exactly the same as this, or just imagine this sell-off not being here and we just get one big move up and then we sell off to retest that breakout, right? That's the same stuff that we're seeing here today. We get one big swoop up, we break the all-time highs, and then we sell off to retest those all-time highs. And this is roughly the same type of stuff that we saw in the last Bitcoin cycle. And so this is my reasons for not being so shaken out by what we're seeing here, guys. This is exactly what we wanted to see. And so if there's somebody out there that's going to sit here and say how dumb I am for, saying that the market is potentially going to go back up again. Guys, we literally just broke out of all-time highs and we are now in price discovery. This is the thing, the exact thing that every crypto investor, everybody that's in crypto has wanted to see for the last 3 years was a breakout of the all-time high and us into price discovery, which is the exact point that we are at right now, guys. I just want you guys to understand that because I can't stress how important this is. If you're somebody out there that wants to make life-changing amounts of money in the cycle, then this is the point of the cycle where all of that happens. This is the point where altcoins go crazy because all of this new money is going to be flooding into the crypto markets. This is the price discovery. This is the retail FOMO. This is all of those amazing things where we make a lot of money. And so, guys, don't get shaken out. Don't panic sell. The only thing you really should be doing at this point is buying more crypto on the dip. I'm not going to be buying anything more. I've already told you guys that I'm done buying spot. I might diversify some Bitcoin into some altcoins, but overall, that's about it. At the end of the day, I'm kind of just stuck in my ways. I'm just going to be holding the length of this trend. I just wanted to give you guys some analysis that helps simplify things. So guys, as we wrap up this video, if you are somebody that watches this channel, you love what I do, you like the analysis, but most importantly, you want to just know what I'm doing with my money and you want to copy it so that you can just make sure that your portfolio is following a sound path. And I can tell you guys right now, inside of my Discord, I can do exactly that. Inside of my Discord, I offer 2 different packages. I offer the video course, which is going to be 20 educational videos that are going to teach you guys technical analysis. So all the drawing I do on the charts, all the indicators, all of that fancy stuff is going to get taught to you guys inside of that 20-part video series. And so it's for guys getting into the market that just simply want to understand how to trade and do this type of stuff that I do every single day. Now, on the contrary, I offer the signals, and that's the ability to copy my entire long-term portfolio where over 80% of my profits and money is invested. On top of that, you're going to get access to every other trade that I take over this cycle, and you're also going to be getting access to private VIP videos that I only make for members inside of my signals. And so if you guys want to get access to this, you want to follow what I'm doing with my money, where I'm moving it, where I'm taking profits, all of that type of stuff, then make sure you guys check out my website. Links are provided for you in the description. You guys can purchase them together or separate. If you can only pick one, I always recommend going with the signals first because the signals are going to be the way for you guys to copy my portfolio and make the same profit with me. Now, guys, links are provided for you in the description. If you don't want to sign up for any of my VIP stuff, I do have a free ebook that's linked in the description as well. This is for new guys getting into the market. That's going to simplify a lot of your questions, comments, and concerns that you might have. If this is something I really wish I would have had when I first got into the market last cycle, and I know it's going to help you out a lot, because I can tell you guys right now that a lot of the stuff I give to you guys free inside of that ebook is what ultimately helped me to making millions of dollars inside of these markets. So guys, links are provided for you in the description to sign up for my VIP stuff or download my free ebook. And with all that being said, guys, I will catch you in the next video. As always, peace out.